authorized personnel only.
All system.
Are you seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to
We're
knock
all
some
looking
heads
forward
together?
to what now?
They're dragging their feet on the targeting package upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should take some courses with me. You know, send the
Always be vigilant.
Please
We
don't.
have many enemies.
There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see.
I don't think you'll be needing that suit of power
So.
armor in here.
Here you are.
Uh-huh.
Just an AM. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you, despite your relation to Father. I'm sure you understand. There won't be...
No problems here.
Good to hear. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths.
If the synths want to be free...
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings. As to why they're escaping, our main coursers, they are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration. But I gather you know all this. In fact,
I'm no stranger to combat.
even so,
Uh-huh.
I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. Now, unless you...
Sure. I'd like to know more about the synth reclamation.
Fine. Once a courser has located a rogue synth, it uses that synth's recall code to wipe its memories and render it inert. We
Right.
then begin the delicate process of restoring the neural pathways to their original configuration. In those cases where the procedure is successful, the synth returns to duty with no memory of its time on the surface. All too often...
Greetings, sir. Scanning. Subject identified.
When are you going to tell me about this
She's been at it for like 2 years. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Rush work is sloppy at best, and deadly at worst.
Well, that was productive.
One day, I'll design a more efficient reactor to replace that old clunker in the basement. Sleep is such a waste of time. I'd rather be designing more efficient plasma filters.
Excuse me, Doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
Don't worry. I promise I won't get in your way.
Thank you, I do appreciate it. Oh, before I've been told you're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case, if nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back.
I'd like a progress report on your division.
Taking your new appointment in... Very well. We've shifted resources off of other projects, like the Child Sim. I'm hoping that the above-ground efforts are...
Rushed work is sloppy at best.
Time to examine my latest reports on batch 274. Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operations at Warwick.
Doctor.
I wonder how the
Welcome.
Warwick family is. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
I look forward to learning more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview. As the name implies, The Bioscience Division. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life.
Seems like there's nothing you guys can't do.
With hard work, I'm sure...
I'm not sure right now.
It's a big decision, I know. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or...
I'm good for now.
Take care, then.
Scanning unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
Reporting status. All functions
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute,
You've got technology here that I never dreamed possible.
I'm glad you can appreciate what we've accomplished. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
If the synths are intelligent and self-aware, then they have a right to free will.
However closely they may approximate human behavior, they are still our creations. When you see what I have to show you, I think you'll agree that we know what is best for our synths. A rogue, his memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named under his leadership. The Raiders have taken many. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you...
We'll bring that synth home.
That would be best. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger.
Glory.
Gotta stay crossed.
You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, sir. Designation, thought I heard something move.
You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, sir. Designation X688. I've...
All right, let's go.
Right behind you, sir. My order. Capture the synth in the Bertalion. I'll be waiting when you're ready. My orders are to help you capture the synth in the Bertalion. I'll be waiting.
so scared? Ain't nothing. You can hide. What? You're gonna pay for that.
Target's gone. Thought I heard something. Hold up a moment, sir. There's something important I need to tell you.
I'm listening.
I'm going to give you B592's reset code. If he hears the code phrase, it'll reset his cognitive processes and make him docile. You'll need to say B592 initialize factory reset, followed by the authorization code Gamma 71 Epsilon. Once he's shut down, I can transport...
What do you mean by reset?
Put more simply, the recall code will... That's all, sir.
Bingo.
Keep your eyes open, sir.
That's it.
Well done. Gear, I'm gonna guess. Or agents just like me. So, made it to the top. Is the Institute so desperate for resources that it's...
How much plunder have you got?
So you...
What are you doing, boss? We can take these guys. Keep your mouth shut. I know what I'm doing.
We got a modest little stash. I'll tell you. I'll give it to you. Freely. If you walk away afterwards. You say? Right word. The way you want it, then let's finish this!
This is X688, ready to relay with your flame synth B592.
Everyone's excited about the new synth project.
I'm glad to see you return safely. I know...
Gabriel and his gang were sick bastards, hanging their victims up like trophies.
While we can do nothing for Gabriel's victims. But enough about that. I couldn't have hoped for a better. While you were away, you'll find all the basic necessities. Go and have a look.
Right.
Dr. Watson?
Federation can be a little obsessive when it comes to rules and policies.
Sir, we've had another situation. A code red.
Safety first. Third time in 2 weeks. This is unacceptable. How could this happen?
We think there was a system glitch. We're looking into it.
Damn it, you're all useless. I'll figure out what happened. In the meantime, tell the others to be on high alert. I want more patrols and more rounds.
Right away, sir.
Your new quarters are here, sir.
Even remotely suspicious, report it immediately. This absolutely cannot happen again. Got it?
When you're
Yes,
finished
sir.
here, sir,
Understood.
Father wants to see you.
Good evening.
Son.
Ah. Hello, Father. Tell me, what would you do when someone has stolen from you?
I try and talk it out, see if things can be resolved peacefully.
An admirable goal. And yet we find ourselves... The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the Institute. Synths that had gone missing in recent months. And they no doubt mean to free these synths, in their delusion that synths are somehow... You've been in contact with the Railroad, so you're aware of their misguided beliefs.
They mean well. They're only doing what they think is right.
You dealt with Libertalia. That's the result of their selfish, short-sighted plan. Usually they are a minor nuisance. But late, I'm afraid we've reached the point where we have learned the current location of these synths, and need to reacquire them before the Railroad can...
I'm not sure why you'd bother.
Aside from taking back our property, we must teach them a lesson, as it were. And quickly at that. But it's important that we act on this. We also don't want the Brotherhood of Steel getting wind of the presence of the synths. That would only complicate matters.
I'll act quickly.
You'll have a contact waiting for you just outside.
Our latest intelligence tells us you've infiltrated the Institute and liberated a valuable holotape from their facility. I'm quite disappointed you chose to build the signal interceptor without the Brotherhood Knight. However, you've secured passage to and from their facility, which was one of our primary goals. So, I'm willing to overlook your lapse in judgment, since you've unexpectedly accelerated our plans. First and foremost, I want you to bring that holotape. There could be data vital to the success of our... The second part of your mission requires a bit of background to explain. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital wasteland to assist with various... During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Lee, a noted mind in the field of nuclear engineering.
That's fortunate.
Yes, it was. Securing useful resources during wartime is critical. That said, Dr. Lee's contributions to our cause were instrumental in maintaining order in the capital wasteland. After some time, she developed differences with the Brotherhood and exiled herself to the Commonwealth. We're fairly certain that her intent was to make contact with the Institute.
I'm surprised that the Brotherhood let her...
Had I been in command, I wouldn't have allowed it to happen. Your mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, we want you to track down Dr. Lee's work. If you find out that she's still alive, make contact. There's a special...
What's this project that needs...
Sorry, that information is... Just keep your mind... Good luck, Knight.
I have something urgent to report, Elder. The Institute is attempting to recover escaped synths at Bunker Hill.
How did you obtain this information? Our reconnaissance hasn't reported anything of the sort.
I received the information from the Institute itself.
And you've done the right thing by reporting this to me directly. Well done, soldier. Your report provides us with a golden opportunity. I'm placing you in command. Exterminate the synths at Bunker Hill. And whomever the Institute sends to retreat, I'll instruct Kells to assign you. Dismissed, soldier.
Communications array calibration test successful. All bands nominal.
Don't let Max's age fool you. He's a brilliant tactician and an experienced. Soldier.
You there? Caravan or raider?
I'm here on my own.
Freelance, huh? All right. Come on in, but no gunfire.
I've been waiting for you.
Sorry to have held you up.
Try and keep up from here out. Our targets are inside. 4 synths under railroad protection. Majority of the settlement is uninvolved and are expected to run for cover. The situation appears to have...
X4.
We must proceed with the mission. The mission's parameters just changed. Don't shoot. Issue the reset codes and we'll relay back to the Institute. Time is critical. Synths are to be returned to the Institute, not terminated. Further hostilities will necessitate a response. You have been warned. Further violence against synths will not be permitted.
I'll wear your guts around my neck! Hear something? What? Who's there? Gonna splatter your brains!
I cannot allow these attacks to continue. No life signs detected.
Sean.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, This just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
It's not so bad, really. People manage.
Perhaps. But at a cost too great to be worth it. Standing here, I know that to you I was kidnapped from that vault. Both of us, really.
They kept me alive, too.
They did, indeed. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
So it was you. You let me out.
Yes. It was my decision. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose an experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you, as it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you?
Sean, you need to know. I still love you.
I can see that you do. It's remarkable. Soon, I hope you'll understand. Everything I've done has been for the future. A future which I hope is not in jeopardy after
Sure.
Bunker Hill did not go well for us. Would you care to explain what happened?
We got our asses kicked. Does it matter how?
The chances of failing this mission were so astronomically low that yes, it does matter. Bunker Hill was to cement your place as a valuable asset to the Institute. It will now only raise suspicions. And to see the Brotherhood of Steel involved in this? They had no way of knowing what was going on. I will refrain from sharing the outcome with the Directorate for the moment. Things are already in motion that this would only derail. Speaking of which, it's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen it. It's time to go back in.